Well, after a cool start on this Monday, it's turned out to be a delightful afternoon. Highs in the low 70s in most locations with some sunshine. Got a little bit of cloudiness, especially across southern and out across western Kentucky, and that's because changes are on the way. Breeze, it's really picked up during the course of the afternoon. It will continue to be breezy overnight tomorrow. Rain and storms returning into Tuesday. Quiet and pleasant weather for late March for the mid to late week. And then we've got a nice warm up, it looks like, on the way this upcoming weekend with a few scattered storm chances. Visible satellite really showing those clouds beginning to fill in, especially out to the west. That's ahead of a frontal boundary, which will be in here probably this time tomorrow, but you see the moisture out ahead of it. We're good this evening, but overnight and into the early hours of Tuesday, that's when we're going to increase our rain chances. Looking beautiful in Mount Sterling, Montgomery County Courthouse. How about 72? And you can thank the sunshine along with that south to southeast wind at about 10 to 15, taking you farther south. Notice a little bit more in the way of cloudiness there at Casey County near Liberty with the Kentucky Mesonet site, and that's holding temperatures into the upper 60s. That's the case across a lot of southern Kentucky, but everywhere else sneaking into the low 70s for the most part. So really feeling good out there. And of course, looking at compared to 24 hours ago, the change, a good 10 to 15, nearly 20 degrees, especially into northeastern Kentucky. Man, it looks great all across the Ohio and Tennessee Valley out west. Wind gusts really picking up at times, over 40 miles per hour there around St. Louis. You see back to the west, there's our frontal boundary. Unfortunately, organized severe weather, some rough stuff coming up this evening into parts of southwestern Mississippi and northeastern Louisiana. Backside of that system, wintry weather. We're not going to see any of that, but one of those classic early spring setup. Early hours of Tuesday, there's your rain, maybe a rumble of thunder or two, and I think we'll see a bit of a break. Now, our in-house data has been bouncing back and forth of just how much redevelopment we get during the late afternoon and early evening hours as the main surface cold front comes through. If it clears out a bit, obviously that would add a bit to the instability, but I think most of what we're going to see will be during the morning hours as far as rainfall totals. Could see closer to 3/4 of an inch, maybe an inch down south, a little less off to the north and northeast. I mentioned the wind, and you see how the gusts are really going to begin to pick up during the early hours of Tuesday here. And that'll continue through the day. Now, the wind advisory as far east as Frankfort down to Campbellsville westward. Stronger gusts there, 40 to 45. We're still going to be on the hook for about 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts. The severe threat, very low end, and I really think it's going to be across Indiana, western Ohio, a little small part of Kentucky. But again, just the gradient winds. The wind fields are going to be up so much, it won't take very much to get some stronger winds down to the surface with any gusty showers. But the best opportunity will be off to our northwest. After this clears out, we're looking good mid to late week. We'll knock temperatures back down into the upper 50s Thursday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But after that, we're going to warm it up nicely. A little warm front's going to sneak in here for the upcoming weekend. First things first, breezy. Rain and a rumble of thunder or two tomorrow. Looking good for the rest of the week, and not a washout at all this weekend. Wrapping up March, we'll see highs right around the 70-degree mark. In fact, probably sneaking into the low 70s as we kick off April this time next week.